Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a story that I guarantee will light a fire in your heart. We're talking about a true testament to human spirit, resilience, and the power of dreams. This isn't just a tale, it's a journey, a blueprint for anyone who's ever felt like the odds were stacked against them. So grab a comfy seat, because this is the inspiring story of Maria. A girl who started with absolutely nothing and built a life of incredible success. From the moment Maria was born, life presented challenges most of us can barely imagine. Growing up in a small weathered village, her family lived day to day, often wondering where their next meal would come from. Education seemed like a luxury, not a right. Maria remembers her mother telling her, "Maria, your mind is your greatest treasure. No one can ever take that away from you." Those words became her North Star. Despite the scarcity, Maria devoured books, any she could get her hands on. She'd borrow old textbooks from neighbors, read them by the flickering light of a candle, and dream of a world beyond her village. She saw learning as her only way out, her only path to a different future. The local school was barely functional, but Maria was its most dedicated student. She excelled not just because she was smart, but because she was hungry for knowledge. Other kids might complain about homework, but Maria saw every assignment as a step closer to her goals. She often stayed late, helping the teacher clean up, just to get a few extra minutes with a book, or to ask a question that puzzled her. Her teachers quickly recognized her extraordinary drive. They saw a spark in her that promised greatness. They encouraged her, lent her their own books, and sometimes even shared their lunches with her, understanding the silent struggles she faced at home. As Maria entered her teenage years, the pressure to contribute to her family's income grew immense. Many girls her age were getting ready to marry or find menial jobs, but Maria refused to let her dreams be extinguished. She knew that to truly make a difference for her family, she needed more than just a temporary solution. She needed an education that could open doors. This is where her incredible courage truly shone. She started working odd jobs after school. Cleaning, helping in local shops, anything to save a little money. Every coin she earned wasn't for frivolous spending. It was for her future. She meticulously saved every single penny, knowing it would be crucial. Her biggest hurdle came when it was time to apply for higher education. The application fees, the cost of books, the idea of living in a city far from home. It all felt insurmountable. But Maria refused to give up. She spent weeks researching scholarships, writing essays late into the night, pouring her heart into explaining why she deserved this chance. She was rejected by several institutions, facing disappointment after disappointment. But each rejection only fueled her determination. She saw them not as failures, but as detours. She refined her essays, sought advice, and applied again and again. And then, a breakthrough. A small specialized institute in a nearby city, known for its programs in sustainable agriculture, a field Maria had grown passionate about due to her village's struggles, offered her a partial scholarship. It wasn't a full ride, but it was enough to make her dream a tangible possibility. This moment was pivotal. It was the first real crack in the wall of adversity that had surrounded her. She packed her meager belongings, said a tearful goodbye to her family, and stepped onto a bus, heading towards an unknown future with a heart full of hope and a head full of dreams. Life in the city was a huge adjustment. Everything was new, overwhelming, and expensive. Maria quickly realized that her partial scholarship wouldn't cover everything. So, she continued to work, juggling her intense studies with a part-time job at the university library. She'd wake up before dawn to study, attend classes all day, work in the library until closing, and then return to her tiny shared room to study some more, often fueled by instant noodles and sheer willpower. There were days she felt utterly exhausted, ready to break. But then she'd remember her mother's words, her family's hopes, and the poverty she'd left behind. And she'd find the strength to keep going. Her hard work and dedication didn't go unnoticed. Her professors were impressed by her sharp mind, her tireless work ethic, and her unique perspective on agricultural challenges, born from her own experiences. She wasn't just learning theories. She understood the practical implications. She began participating in research projects, quickly becoming an invaluable member of her team. Her ideas were fresh, innovative, and deeply rooted in a desire to help communities like her own. She started developing sustainable farming techniques that were low cost and highly effective, designed specifically for small-scale farmers in developing regions. As she neared graduation, Maria had already secured multiple job offers. But she didn't choose the path that offered the most money. Instead, she chose to work for a non-profit organization dedicated to empowering rural communities through sustainable development. This was her calling. She wanted to give back, to use her knowledge to lift others out of the very same cycle of poverty she had escaped. Her first project? Returning to her home region, implementing the very techniques she had helped develop, transforming barren lands into fertile fields, and teaching her own community how to thrive. The impact was immediate and profound. Maria wasn't just a successful woman. She was a beacon of hope. She helped her village establish cooperative farms, secure better market prices for their produce, and even set up a small processing plant to add value to their crops. Children who once starved now had nutritious food. Young girls, seeing Maria's success, started believing that education was their ticket to a brighter future, too. Maria didn't just change her own life. She transformed an entire community. Today, Maria is an internationally recognized expert in sustainable agriculture. She travels the world, speaking at conferences, advising governments, and helping countless communities achieve food security and economic independence. She's written best-selling books, founded her own non-profit that has impacted millions, and has even been nominated for prestigious awards. Despite her global recognition, Maria remains incredibly humble, never forgetting her roots. She still visits her home village regularly, connecting with the people who first believed in her, and reminding everyone that true success isn't about how much you accumulate, but about how much you give back. Her story is a powerful reminder that circumstances do not define you. Your determination, your resilience, and your unwavering belief in yourself do. Maria started with nothing but a dream, and an insatiable thirst for knowledge. She faced obstacles that would make most of us falter, but she pushed through, fueled by a desire to create a better life for herself and for others. Her journey is proof that with enough courage, hard work, and a compassionate heart, you can not only overcome adversity, but turn it into your greatest strength. So what's your takeaway from Maria's incredible story? I hope it inspires you to look at your own challenges differently. To see them not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to grow, to learn, and to prove to yourself just how strong you truly are. If Maria could achieve so much starting from scratch, imagine what you can accomplish with your unique talents and opportunities. Thank you so much for joining me on this inspiring journey today. I hope Maria's story resonated with you as much as it did with me. If you loved this video, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with someone who needs a dose of inspiration, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more uplifting stories and valuable content. Hit that notification bell too, so you never miss out. Until next time, keep dreaming big and never stop striving for your goals.